I've received questions in the Q&A by students who wish to know how to develop the shapes I use in the forthcoming video relating to custom brushes. This is something which I overlooked initially, and so I've interjected here at this point to show you how we create the shapes used for the rope and flower custom brushes in the forthcoming video. You'll see that the Illustrator interface is now black. This is just because I'm now using Illustrator CC on a Mac. Don't worry, the tools and commands we use are exactly the same, and the process of creating the brushes is actually quite simple. So the first custom brush is the rope, and it utilizes a shape similar to what you see here. So I'm going to go ahead and replicate this so you can do exactly the same. So selecting the pen tool, I'm going to click in, holding shift to keep it on the vertical, clicking down to create another anchor point, and moving out to the bottom right hand side. I'm going to click, holding shift, dragging out to create a curve like so, clicking the anchor point, and we click up here like so, click the anchor point once again, create one up here, and close the path. Once this is done, we can now hold Alt and Shift, click, drag up to copy, right click, transform, reflect. With horizontal selected, we click OK. Now we do the same again with a right click, transform, reflect, and with vertical selected, we click OK. Now we can join up this shape with the shape below and move it down slightly using the keyboard arrow. And if we highlight both shapes, select them both, go to the Pathfinder panel, click the top right hand corner and click Make Compound Shape. We now click Expand and we have our rope shape. So now for the petal, which makes up the flower shape. So we click in using the pen tool and we click down, pull out a curve like so, and we click the anchor at the bottom and close the shape at the top. And if we hold Alt and Shift using the selection tool and we click across, we can make a duplicate of this shape. We right click, go to Transform, Reflect, and ensuring that vertical is selected, we click OK. Now if we now hold Shift to keep it on the horizontal and drag it across, you'll see Intersect appears with a pink line. Now this denotes that the shapes are perfectly aligned, so we can go ahead and select both those shapes, go to the Pathfinder panel, click top right, make compound shape and expand. So now this is one singular shape. So moving this up, just reducing it in size, we're now going to duplicate this petal so that we make a flower. So to do this, we go to the rotate tool and we click down to create a point of rotation, and holding Alt and Shift we can click the petal and we can drag to create a petal on the 45-degree. Now we can do the same again to duplicate this move simply by pressing Alt and D, or Command and D if you're using a Mac. So here we have another petal, so it's now 90 degrees, and we click again to do the same, and so forth until we have the full flower. So that's how you create the flower shape, and that's how you use the rotation tool to multiply the petals. So we can now copy this. First go into Object Group to ensure that all of these petals are grouped together into a single unit. Just reduce it in size, and using Alt and Shift we can create a copy. Let's reduce it in size and let's assign a different colour like so, and we use Alt and Shift again to create another copy, and we'll assign a different colour to this also. And lastly we'll create one here and we'll colour this one blue. we go to object group, and now this is one singular unit. As mentioned, the rope and the scatter of flowers are going to be used in the forthcoming video to create custom brushes. So if you want to develop these at this point, you can then go on to follow instructions in the video which follows.